question here from, I think this is from Trin. Trin, I'll just try to fit your question in. Hi, man. One of my friends who did the Form 888 for me, just let me include her Medicare card. I'll tell her to give me a certified copy of her passport that she was granted with her PR, but seemingly she refused. What can I do now? I've already uploaded a Form 888 with her Medicare card. Look, Trin, I wouldn't worry. I think that you can only get documents that people are willing to provide you for their Form 888s. A Medicare card on its own isn't an indicator of permanent residency, because people can qualify for Medicare under different kind of avenues, such as reciprocal healthcare arrangements if they come from certain parts of the world. If they have applied for partner visas themselves or other visas, they can qualify for Medicare. So I would say that the effect of her not providing a copy of her Medicare card is that the government won't consider her to be a permanent resident, perhaps, and may just devalue the weight of her statement to some degree. Okay, it's not as if your visa is going to be refused because that one person didn't provide you a copy of their permanent residency approval or their passport. It just means that that Form 888 isn't as optimized as it could have been. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can do when you're relying on other people, but I don't worry about that one thing too much. Like I said, I don't think it's a major issue. I think that, as long as you've got written statements or other written statements, that's really what matters. And sure, there's one there that's lacking. And if you can't get proof of her PR or proof of her ID, then you've given us some type of statement from someone, and that can still be considered. As long as you have everything else, that really is all that you need to be focused on. So don't stress too much about that one point. Okay. Always good to see you, Martin. Hope all is well. You too, Chirag. All is well on my end. All healthy at my house. No one's sick, so it's always a positive for now. Okay, by this time next week, who knows? One of my children will likely catch some type of flu or something from kindy, and I'll be broadcasting from bed. Now the question, Trin just clarified. What I meant is that she refused to provide her ID, the passport. She only provided her Medicare card. Yeah, so basically that doesn't really change my answer, Trin. To me, it just means that the Form 888 will either not be considered, or it will just be considered lightly by a case officer. It's not going to sway them too much in terms of what they said. Okay, but it's not going to lead to a refusal on its own. All right, so don't worry about it as long as you've got other statements. Maybe a recommendation is try to get another friend that is a permanent resident that will provide you their ID documentation, to write maybe a replacement statement, and you just attach that new Form 888 from that other person when you have it. Okay, you can't remove the Form 888 that you've attached, but it's not detrimental. It just means they just may not consider it too much.